Judge Pahoran?
Please do not delay. Get this letter to Captain Moroni. Our very lives depend on it.
I won't let you down.
The servant of Pahoran found Captain Moroni standing victorious, looking on as his men cleared the battlefield. They had just protected another stronghold outside of the Nephite capital. But Zarahemla was under attack. The servant told Moroni how a group of Nephites that called themselves kingmen had revolted against the judges and appointed a new king of Zarahemla. They had joined the Lamanite army and were going to take over the city. Pahoran, the chief judge, was trying to assemble a small army and hoped Captain Moroni would be able to return to join the fight to save Zarahemla from falling into Lamanite hands. Captain Moroni quickly gathered his men. On his march back to Zarahemla, he stopped in each city and gathered any Nephites that were willing to join in the fight.
If the Lamanites and these so-called kingmen take Zarahemla, we lose everything. I raise this flag, the title of liberty. I raise it in memory of all we value most. Who here is willing to sacrifice their life to protect what is most dear to us? Who here is willing to fight for our God, to fight for our religion, for our freedom, and for our peace? Who here is willing to fight for our wives and our children? Then come with me. If we do not fight, we will lose all we hold most dear.
Captain Moroni and the thousands he gathered from the Nephite cities joined Pahoran and his small army outside Zarahemla. The city was now under the control of the kingmen. They had to act fast to regain their capital. Moroni addressed his newly gathered forces.
Brethren, our very lives are threatened. Everything we hold most dear is under threat. Our liberty, our religion, our peaceful way of life. We must now take back what was unjustly taken from us. We do not fight for power or for gain. That is what they do. The Lord is on our side. We cannot fail if we are righteous, if we are faithful, if we are loyal to our just cause. I know we are hungry. I know we are tired. But with God, nothing is impossible. Now let us raise our swords and wield them mightily in defense of truth and virtue. Let us rain down on these corrupt men with fury, with ferocity, and righteous indignation. For angels will be at our side as we approach the city walls. We cannot, we will not be defeated. Not today.
Captain Moroni and Pahoran's combined army fought with legendary valor, for they were thinking of their wives, mothers, and children, and praying to their God. The kingmen's army cared only for money and power. They began to falter, for they were not willing to sacrifice their lives.
The city walls have been breached! Forward, my soldiers! Forward with fervor!
The kingmen's army retreated and fell into the hands of Moroni's men. Pahoran took all the surviving kingmen to the courts. They were judged, condemned, and executed for insurrection. Captain Moroni took his army back out to the surrounding cities to finish what he started.
Raise the title of liberty high, my men! Look at this flag and remember what you fight for. Your God, your religion, your freedom, your peace. Fight for your mothers, your wives, and your children. This battle is not over yet. Forward!
With fresh resources, Moroni's army gained strength and defeated many of the Lamanites. They made the Lamanites covenant to never return against them in war again. Then they took their weapons and sent them home. But there was one last bastion of Lamanites yet to be dealt with. The remaining Lamanite army was too afraid to fight Moroni's mighty army by day. They were hiding within the city walls of Nephihah. When night came, Moroni stood atop the city walls to spy the Lamanite army's location. He saw that the armies were all asleep, and all on the east side of the city. Moroni quickly dropped down the walls and rushed back to his army hiding outside the city. They grabbed ladders and ropes and ascended up over the western walls of the city. Quickly and quietly, they approached the slumbering Lamanites.
We've got them on the run! Forward, men! Forward!
Moroni's army overtook the Lamanites, slaying some and capturing others.
Captain Moroni.
Yes, soldier? Quickly, what is it?
Well, the Lamanite prisoners have a request, sir.
They should feel grateful they did not fall dead in battle. How could they be so bold?
Some of those Lamanites who were captured expressed a desire to join us, sir.
They wish to join us?
Yes, sir. They wish to become a free people and join the people of Ammon. My superior officer feels there are just too many prisoners to keep them all. We are struggling to keep enough supplies to feed them. He thinks this might be a good solution.
We have taken a great many prisoners. How many?
Well, all of them, sir.
All of them?
And so it was. All of the Lamanite prisoners joined the people of Ammon and enjoyed the freedom that the Nephite lands offer. The Lamanites dropped their lazy ways and became a hard-working, peace-loving people. They tilled the land, raising all manner of grain and flocks and herds of every kind. Thus we see that through strength in Christ, even the coldest hearts can be warmed and turned to goodness. But Moroni's war still had not ceased. They chased the Lamanite armies from city to city. Moroni joined the armies of two other great Nephite captains, Lehi and Teancum. Now Teancum had a personal vendetta. In an attempt to end the war, he had already killed Ammoron's brother Amalickiah. But Ammoron had replaced his brother and kept the war going. Teancum decided, tonight, it was Ammoron's time to die. Teancum went forth from tent to tent until he found King Ammoron. He did not hesitate.
The king! He's been killed! After him! He's over there! I see him! This way! He's running for the city gates! Quickly! He's getting away! There he is! He's all mine! Do you have anything to say for yourself, murderous Nephite?
For my God, my religion, my freedom, and my family.
Put this sorry Nephite out of his misery.
When Moroni and Lehi heard of Teancum's heroic and brave act, they were moved to tears. They woke their army the next morning to give them the news.
Last night, in an act of pure heroism and bravery, your captain Teancum stole into King Amarod's tent and did slay him! However, he did not escape with his life. Let us honor his ultimate sacrifice with victory. This will end today. This will end now. One final day of death and destruction we will lay upon the Lamanites, such that they have never seen before. Today, this final day, we will fight for our God, for our religion, for our freedom, our families,
And for Teancum!
and for Teancum. Forward!
That day, horror, death, and destruction rained down upon the Lamanites like they had never experienced before. Moroni and Teancum's soldiers showed no mercy as they drove the Lamanites completely from the land. Pahoran returned to his judgment seat and judged many years in righteousness. Moroni retired as captain, and his son Moroni took command of the Nephite armies, which did see many years of battle against the Lamanites. The Nephites continued to be repentant and obedient. Even when they were blessed with prosperity and riches, they remained humble. For years they remembered how great the things were that the Lord had done for them. He had delivered them from death. He had delivered them from bondage and out of the hands of their enemies. He had preserved their religion, their freedom, and the lives of their mothers, their wives, and their children.